Welcome to the WWC RDD Standards training module focused on Fuzzy Regression Discontinuity Designs. This module is going to be a little bit different than previous modules. For this module, you will watch a webinar produced by the WWC that discusses the 5th RDD standard, or the Fuzzy RDD standard. It outlines some additional requirements when reviewing studies that use Fuzzy Regression Discontinuity Designs. After completing this module, you should be able to define what a Fuzzy Regression Discontinuity Design is and how that design differs from the sharp Regression Discontinuity Design. You will be able to describe the WWC's Fuzzy RDD standard and will know how to apply that standard conducting a WWC review of a Fuzzy RDD study. The webinar you will watch next describes the 8 criteria used to assess the Fuzzy RDD standard and will demonstrate how studies using Fuzzy RDDs might waive this standard when impact estimates are calculated using a reduced form model. In order to satisfy the Fuzzy RDD standard, either completely or partially, an RDD study must use a model with exactly one binary participation indicator. The treatment assignment indicator, or the indicator for being above or below the cutoff, must also be binary. The treatment assignment, or the same covariates must be used in the analysis that estimates the impact on participation and the analysis that estimates the impact on the outcomes. There must be no clear violations of the exclusion restriction, and there must be evidence that the forcing variable is a strong predictor of participation in the intervention. To fully satisfy the Fuzzy RDD standard, the study must also use local regression or related non-parametric approach with a justified bandwidth. To partially satisfy the standard, a Fuzzy RDD must instead use a local regression or non-parametric approach with a justified bandwidth for the numerator. The denominator may use an unjustified bandwidth, or it may use a best fit functional form. Recall that there are 5 total standards which determine a study's overall rating. Once you finish viewing the webinar, you will be familiar with all 5 of the standards. Not all the studies will require a review under the 5th standard, which will be explained in more detail in the webinar. For a study which requires review under the Fuzzy RDD standard, the study must completely satisfy the Fuzzy RDD standard to receive a rating of meets WWC RDD standards without reservations. For a study which requires reviewing under the Fuzzy RDD standards, the study must partially satisfy the Fuzzy RDD standard to receive a rating of meets WWC RDD standards with reservations. Any study which fails to satisfy the standard will receive a rating of does not meet WWC RDD standards. After viewing this webinar, the next module in the training series will focus on applying the WWC's RDD standards to regression discontinuity design studies that involve aggregate or pooled impacts. You can view the FRDD webinar as the next video in this module.